hot takes like pancakes, stack it up on Sunday.
So 2017 Jaguars, strong defense, iffy quarterback, made the playoffs. 2018 Bears, strong defense, iffy quarterback, made the playoffs. 2019 Bills, strong defense, iffy quarterback, made the playoffs. Who's the team?
Josh Allen balling. And Josh I trust.
Well, I mean, he was balling, right, but when you say balling, he wasn't putting up, like, big numbers. He had, like, 3,000-something passing yards.
Who, Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, Allen was iffy.
Iffy.
Allen was iffy, I would say. Iffy as in the first half of the season, he was arguably terrible. The second half, he was pretty amazing. But putting those together, it comes out to iffy, if you do that equation. So, putting your bias aside, who's the team this year that's going to have a strong defense, iffy quarterback, but makes the playoffs?
Are we calling Phillip Rivers an iffy quarterback? Yes or no?
If you want to.
Listen, after you remind me about the Colts, I'm not gonna lie, like I think the Colts are a super team. Like, don't underestimate the Colts. Like Phillip Rivers, I would trust Phillip Rivers more than I trust some of the iffy quarterbacks. I would. I mean, I really would. I mean, he proven it, like you said, he proven it, and he deserves to have that trust. So I mean, I think the Colts.
All right, my money is on an AFC North team. Pittsburgh is probably the one that's more realistic because they have a really good defense. Big Ben's probably going to be iffy on his comeback. If they're not, they go with their other quarterbacks. And I think they'll be able to make the playoffs. But, now hear me out. Let me just read off this roster real quick. This defensive roster. Let me pull it up.
Is it still in the North?
Yes, it's still in the North.
Then I know where you're going with this. I'm not against it, to be honest.
You're not?
I'm not necessarily against it, to be honest.
All right, let me read this defensive roster for you. It's not on their website. This is the power of editing here. Okay, here we go. By ourlads.com. DN, Carlos Dunlap. Nose tackle, DJ Reader. D tackle, Geno Atkins. DN, Sam Hubbard. And backup Carl Lawson. That's a pretty scary D line. Then Jermaine Pratt's a pretty good linebacker. Jordan Evans and Mackenzie Alexander have stuff to prove, but they also have Logan Wilson who can be good. They have some good young linebackers. Jesse Bates, William Jackson, and Trey Waynes in the secondary. That defense, if they make a step, could carry the Bengals to the playoffs. Especially with the offense they have with A.J. Green, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Joe Burrow with Joe Mixon. As well as they have Jonah Williams, now healthy at left tackle. Michael Jordan was pretty good at guard last year. Trey Hopkins was a pretty decent center for Washington. Xavier Su'a-Filo, if you remember, he was the guy who got bullied by Ed Oliver when Colin Williams got hurt against the Cowboys. And then Bobby Hart. So the right side is a little iffy. But the left side of their offensive line, they have 3 out of 5 starters. Decent starters. And they have some decent tight ends with Drew Sample and CJ Azuma. Which, Drew Sample, shout out to Washington. Favorite college team. That team, if the defense can gel, and since they still have the consistency of head coach, and now they have a loaded offense, specifically at the skill positions, that's a playoff team. So, going back to our AFC records, 1 Ravens, 2 Chiefs, 3 Bills, 4 is, Texans, 5 is, I forgot already who I said. 5 is, AFC. I'm thinking, 5 is Broncos, 6 Patriots. Instead of the Chargers, it could be 7 Bengals.